K&K Sports Show. Are you looking for sports knowledge?
I always liked on-base percentage. I was a big on-base percentage guy because there were some kids you would look out and go, damn, that kid is always on base.
Passion.
Weapons, weapons, weapons. How excited. I'm fired up for that.
Accountability.
Hello, my fellow ladies and gents. It's the old fraud slayer back with yet another fraud slay.
Loyalty.
One all-around basketball player, rebounding, assists, everything. I'm taking LeBron James.
Strategy.
We go legit sleeper guys, but I think Kyler Murray's going to have a ridiculous year this year.
Mixed with laughter. While keeping it real.
Well, I did because I'm one of the only one that's realistic. He stinks.
The K&K Sports Show starts now.
And we are live. Thursday night. Mr. Kirkpatrick, I apologize for the late start. We had a little work issue we had to take care of. But better late than never. We are live on Facebook, live on I-95, and live on YouTube. And let's get going, man. Week 2. How are you tonight, Mr. Kirkpatrick? Got your Yankee hat. You're rocking. You're back on the bandwagon of the Yankees, I see.
Back on that Yankee bandwagon, you gotta be on it,
It's all right. I'll take
No,
it.
yeah, what great Thursday night slate of wagering. Fantasy football starts tonight. So, yeah, we'll do some fantasy football and some wagers for you guys. We'll throw some stuff out there for you all.
Absolutely. And again, Saturday morning, we're going on 10 o'clock this week, just so you know, a little college. We're going to do a little, again, college, get more into college football, getting a little more into our NFL for Saturday morning, get you guys in the mood for some great weekend of sports. And hey, it could be a little more. It could be a little baseball. Could it be a little basketball? They got hockey. I know you want to talk about.
For brunch and crunch.
Hey, let's go. A little brunch and crunch in the morning, baby. I'm ready to go. So let's start with some college football. All right, we'll get right to the gate. We'll start.
Okay.
One big game. I'll save the big game of the week, the 7:30 ESPN game, which I do want to watch this week. Excited to see, but we're gonna run through a couple of ranked games. I'll pick some games out. You tell me what you think. You got Tulsa, 12 o'clock. Tulsa at number 11, Oklahoma State. Great running back in Hubbard in Oklahoma State. Excited to see him. Usually great offensive team. Defense, I mean, me and Kenny could probably score 2 touchdowns on them. But I'm excited to see the offense. Excited to see Hubbard. Spread is 22 and a half.
I'm excited to see Hubbard. I've been looking at this game a lot today. I mean, I'm back and forth. We had 2 upsets in the Big 12 last week. A lot of people a lot of people said Kansas State was going to lose to Arkansas State. But then the big one that shocked me was Iowa State getting beat up.
Listen,
by the Raging Cajuns.
Kenny, I was so high on them last week. I actually picked them to get to the college football playoff. And I know our guy Bear was big on them. And to lose at home. Now, they're a good little team, Louisiana. Don't get me wrong. But you cannot, especially last year, where I believe it was almost Northern Iowa, had them beat on opening day. And they had to come back. And that's how you come back and respond with a returning quarterback. That's disappointing. And just like you're saying, you got to look now at this conference. Are they frauds, Kenny? Are they frauds?
The conference as a whole has to make a big bounce back. I'm not going to call them frauds yet because I'm going to take Oklahoma State. They got to make the statement now. They're the team
and they got the stud running back.
Oklahoma.
Right.
Because if they don't make a statement this week and get upset, Oklahoma's going to win the division by default. I mean, you still got Texas, but, I'm going to go Oklahoma State in this game. I've been back and forth. Prove to me you can make them. You got the best running back in football, arguably, Heisman Trophy candidate. Go out and make a statement, win by 28.
Listen, They got, you know what it is? They got that stud running back. I agree with you. Tulsa's always pretty good though. You know that the points scare me. The more than 3 touchdowns scare me. But I'm with you. I think Gundy's a guy where, listen, he does. I mean, he put up 50, 60 points. He's not a guy that, okay, I'm not going to run the ball. I'm not going to put up points. I'm gonna take Oklahoma State minus the 22.5.
I'm going to lay the points there.
I'm going to lay. And for you, that's shocking because you're underdog, Kenny.
I told you I've been back and forth, and I actually had Tulsa circled, but I've been back and forth. So if you tell me out of all the games that one I have the least confidence in, but I'm going to go Oklahoma State.
Okay. Next one, another ranked team. We're going to go Austin P, 0-2 already, at number 13, Cincinnati. Actually, there's even no spread on that game.
I'm laying points in this one too. Cincinnati.
Like ESPN right now doesn't even have a spread on that.
No, the spread got taken off for me too, but at the beginning of the week it was 33.
33.
I'm laying the points if it's 33. Another team that's
Kenny,
got.
by the way,
they're ranked 13 now. They're ranked 13. You want to get in the top 10, you got to beat teams by 50.
Kenny, by the way, Sherry is saying hello, guys. Hi, Sherry. Hope everything is well.
Hey, Sherry. Got to get in touch with you soon.
Next game, another 12 o'clock. I'm going to go.
We're going to trip down to Florida, Kurt.
Ooh.
Come with me.
Hoops would love that.
Let's go visit my cousin and the son.
Hoops would be on the beach on that one. I would need sunblock 90. All right, so you're going to go Cincy with the spread. Again, there's no spread right now, but what did you want to say was 30? Let me look on here. What did you say, 30?
I got 33.
33. All right, so let me see. Let me just take a look. I got 33.5. So we'll go 33.5. I'm going to take them too. I think it's a blowout. I think it's a blowout.
Why not? They got to make a statement. They want to get in the top 10 this year. Put their name on the map. Beat teams by 50.
By the way, let's clarify this. Oklahoma State, I'm going to go with FanDuel. It's 23.5. Is that okay? You still on the 23.5?
Yeah. Whatever it is, I'm okay with it.
Okay, me too. All right. Number 19, everyone's darling, Louisiana, goes to Georgia State this week. Okay, Sherry's saying you can all come down.
Absolutely.
Okay, Louisiana is a 15.5. Now they're ranked number 19 in the country. They are a 15.5 point favorite. Listen,
it looks good. Hey, you go out and beat Iowa State, but this could be let down city.
Yes. I don't think they lose. I don't think they lose. I don't think they lose.
Pull off a late win by 7 to 10 points.
Right. I would stay away. And honestly, I would probably go against them. So I'm going to take Georgia State. Am I going to take Georgia? You know what? I'm taking Louisiana. I'm going
to go Georgia State. But Louisiana's going to win, but they're not going to cover.
Okay, but is it going to be a game where is it in the third quarter? Is there a shot they're losing that game? Or it's always a 3-game score?
I think it's going to be around that 14 point range. I don't think it's ever going to be in question. I think it's going to be, right there, 10, 14 points the whole time.
Okay.
I think they'll cover.
All right. Next game. Oh, you were fired up on this team last week when you texted me. You were looking good, and then boom.
Yep. Sherry's saying 5 bedrooms. Hey, I know. I've been to Sherry's house last year. We got a lot of room. We can do a K&K live from Florida.
Live show from Florida. Hoops could have like the
right on the golf course in a built-in swimming pool.
I can't golf. Hoops can golf.
We could try. Gary will teach us.
This golf. All right. Number 25 Pitt, a 21.5 point favorite against Syracuse. I know where I'm going with this. You take it.
Did Syracuse not play North Carolina tough for 3 quarters last week?
They did. Kenny, they could have had the lead in the third quarter.
They blew it in the fourth quarter. They blew it in the fourth. I'm giving Syracuse another chance. I don't think Pitt is 21.5 points better than anybody.
Nope. I'm going to say this. I like it because of the 21.5. If it was under the 21, that would scare me. But if you're going to give me more than 3 touchdowns, I will take Syracuse. So I'm going to go with Syracuse. Next game on the docket, Houston at Baylor. Okay, Baylor lost a lot, lost Matt Rule, new coach. Houston has the old, what's his name, coach there? Was it the West Virginia guy there?
Dana Holtz.
Yep, and they did that last year where everybody redshirted to bring everybody back. Like I said, I do not trust Baylor. You know I do not trust Baylor. They are a 3.5-point favorite. I'm going to shock you, and I'm going to go with Houston plus the 3.5.
You ain't shocking me because that's my upset of the week money line. That's my upset of the week, Houston. Big 12's down this year, and that's good. You know, like I said, not everybody's going to lose in the Big 12, but Baylor's going to lose this week. Houston Cougars all the way.
I'm taking Houston too. All right, I'm going to get a couple other games we can go. Let's go to the number 7 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who did not look great last week. Okay, not look great versus Duke. They're home again against South Florida. South Florida is 1-0. Notre Dame is a they are officially, Notre Dame is a 25.5-point favorite. I'm sorry. I think they do have the firepower. You know what? They made a lot of mistakes last week. Opening week mistakes. I think they're better this week. I will go Notre Dame laying the points. It's a lot of points, but I will lay the 25.5 with Notre Dame.
No, this is one I think Notre Dame's one of them teams that gets overrated a little bit. So I think if USF was playing another team of Notre Dame's caliber, I think the game would be 21.5, 21 range. I'm taking South Florida. Sherry Sage's having a hard time with sports this year. I think we all have, but I'm not sure what you mean by that. But hopefully, I know with the Yankees, with my godfather passing away, and
big Yankee fan, right? Big Yankee fan he was.
So hopefully they can pull through, and we'll get to the World Series for them this year.
You know, I like Kenny. I like you reading the comments. I like this.
Yeah, I started reading the comments now. It'll help you out.
You know, help me out. It's a huge help. No, that would be great, man. You know, like I know we're all talking about Yankees, but it's always like, you had somebody who's a big Yankee fan. You know, that would just be awesome. You know.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I'll tell you, it's been a long time coming. Long time.
Hopefully they do something.
You know. All right, let's get to another one. This team shocked me last week. Okay? Shocked me and burned me. But Georgia Tech is not the old Georgia Tech. I could tell you right now. They are a spread. They have the running quarterback. And I don't mean like option running quarterback. Throwing the ball, Florida State, again, I don't even want to get on that because how he loses as a home game to the Georgia Tech, but whatever. Hey, respect it. Georgia Tech, 1-0. They're home against a team that I love. All the time. I love this team. UCF, a Florida team. And the thing I love about them, they're ranked number 14 in the country. Oh, Manny's saying it will be a great year if the Yankees win World Series and Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
I'll give them one of the two, the Yankees, but I'm not giving them the Cowboys.
Can you imagine? Think about this, Kenny. You guys talk about like how I hear stuff from my Broncos lose. Can you imagine if, oh my God, if they won a Super Bowl and Dak Prescott's like the Super Bowl? I mean, I would probably not have to do the show for 2 months. I'd have to probably I'd have to. I couldn't go on the air. How can I go on the air?
Yeah.
If Dak Prescott? No way. But I like UCF, man. And you know why I like UCF, Kenny? Because they don't care. When it's 51-3, they don't care. Right over the top. But Georgia,
they don't care. But I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go Georgia Tech. The over/under is 63.5. I think it was. So that's gonna tell you there's gonna be a lot of points scored in this game.
Oh, there's gonna definitely be a lot of points. I
mean, until Georgia Tech. That could be my Cinderella team this year. Like, I love everything I saw about them last week.
Kenny, I want to hold you for a second because you don't want Manny. I want to know if Manny's a fantasy football guy. I'm going to say he probably is, but I want to get clarifications. We're going to get into that in about 20 minutes, but I want to see. No, Sherry said no, Cowboys. I'm with you, Sherry. But, I wonder, when we get to the fantasy aspect, it's college football fantasy. You ever do one of those, Kenny? Like a FanDuel? I did a FanDuel college football
something
one
for
time.
fun. I think like free ones, maybe.
Yeah.
I never came close.
I mean, the thing is, there's so many guys. I mean, you're taking,
It's hard because
Manny is a fantasy guy. There you go. So we're going to get fantasy in a couple of minutes. But I'm going to go UCF, Kenny. Georgia Tech, that was a big win for them, though. I mean, that's a big moment. And we said it last week, remember?
The momentum changes. Like I said, this is a new, different year, we know some teams are coming back, but, some teams can get put on the map this year that normally wouldn't be on the map.
Manny said, I will have a massive heart attack if Dak wins a Super Bowl. So I don't know what I would. Kenny, do you think I would get ripped, Kenny?
What was that?
Manny said, I will have a massive heart attack if Dak wins a Super Bowl. Listen, there's pictures of me, Hoops, me, Jen, and little baby Dak now. Imagine what the hell would happen with that.
Yeah. You can't.
No. You know what's really crazy? I gotta go off the subject, Kenny. Do you realize that in the 2015 draft that Denver and Elway absolutely loved Dak Prescott? And if you really think of how it went, was Dallas absolutely loved Paxton Lynch. And Denver beat Dallas to the punch to trade with Seattle to get Paxton Lynch, and then they fell back and they got Dak Prescott. If Dallas would have picked Paxton Lynch, I would have had Dak Prescott. Can you imagine?
You can thank Paxton Lynch for his 1 year of disgracefulness in Denver, as opposed to having Dak for 10 years.
Do you know he got cut again?
Yeah.
You know what? He started 4 games. Can you imagine that? 4 games, Kenny, in his career. 4. All right, so I'm going to go UCF. Let me get to another one. All right, do I even got to get to this one? I mean, we're going to get to it just for wagering purposes, okay? Clemson is at home, and they're playing the Citadel. Okay? Do you think me and you would score a touchdown if we played for Clemson this week against the Citadel?
There's a good chance.
All right. The spread is 45.5. Don't even ask me. You know what I'm doing.
Next.
What are you doing?
Next.
Where are you going? You're going.
Clemson.
Listen to this. For you to win $100 on their money line, okay? Clemson, Manny said Clemson by 68. That might be the third quarter. Oh, my God. If you were the head, Kenny, let me ask you this. You're the head coach of Citadel, and I'm the AD. Coach Kirkpatrick, you ready for this week? What are you saying?
Absolutely.
You know what? Ask me.
Mr. Valenti, you ready for Clemson this week?
Here, I'm gonna go to the beach. Here's the game plan. You coach them. You let me know.
You're
what
going
happens.
to Florida.
Yeah, I'm going to Florida. Manny said by 68. What was my question? I had a good point. I wanted to make a point and I forgot now. Damn it. Well, we just
Sherry saying that sports has gotten so bad. Her husband Gary isn't even doing fantasy.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of Kenny. That's a lot of people.
She has to sneak and rely on us all.
Listen.
Glad we can definitely entertain you a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people though that's like that. I forgot what I was going to say. Something about Clemson, but I just think it's a blowout. I mean, they're going to blow them out. How can they not? Oh, the money line. If you want to win $100 on a Clemson money line, how much you think you got to put up?
1,000.
Try 100,000 to win 100. Can you to win 100? Well, let me ask something. Is that a guaranteed 100?
Yeah, but are you risking 100,000?
Right, but I'm saying, but realistic. No, but I was having this conversation with Hoops last week. Just say you're a billionaire, Throw $1 million on there. You're gonna win $1,000. Like, it's pocket change,
You're a
man.
billionaire. Why do you need that money?
No, but I'm saying it's like interest. What's the odds they're gonna lose that game?
I'm a billionaire.
But wait. What are the odds they're gonna lose that game? Honestly.
They're not 100% winning the game.
But then it's just stealing $1,000, isn't it?
Yeah, but if I'm the billionaire, I'm gonna give money to you and me, and like, here, I put $100 on the Citadel because if they do win, you're gonna be a millionaire.
Right, but why? That's look at the interest you're making. Boom. That's a 2-hour interest. You made $1,000. That game's gonna be over by the time you go get popcorn. Manny's saying it's 2020. Anything can happen. That's not happening.
Appalachian State beat Michigan a few years back.
Listen, Kenny, if the Citadel, and this is my promise, if the Citadel beat Clemson, I swear to God, I will go out and I will drive. I'll drive as far as I have to go for that following Wednesday. I'll have a blue, a black, a white. I'll have all Dak Prescott jerseys, and I'll wear them every hour. I'll switch them. I'll eat whatever you guys want me to eat if Citadel beats Clemson.
I don't even know their mascot name.
And by the way, they're 0-1 already. I'm going to tell you who they lost to, okay? They lost to South Florida 27-6. Not bad. Not bad.
There you go. No, I mean, it's all joking aside. It's not even close.
Listen, $100,000 to win $100,000 to win 100. No, yeah, to win 100, you got to lay $100,000. You got that money, Kenny. You could do it. All right, and I got one more college football game. Saturday night, I'm excited to watch it. ABC, number 17 versus number 18. Number 7, Miami. Number 18, Louisville. I'm telling you, I am high on Louisville. I really am. I'm high on Louisville. Their quarterback is electric. I think this would be a great atmosphere if there were fans. I don't know if they're going to have fans because I don't know. Some colleges are.
I'm not sure Louisville. I know Notre Dame had some. State of Florida had some fans. I don't know about Kentucky. We'll see.
2.5. Manny's saying I'm going to ask Melissa for $100,000. Manny, go ahead. It's easy 100. Easy 100. To ask her for 3, you get yourself $300. Easy money. Steal the money. 2.5 points, Kenny. I'm all over Louisville. I love Louisville. I know Miami got the new quarterback, but you know what? They struggled last week. They got to go on the road. I'm going Louisville. Kenny, where are you going?
Miami.
Wow. Upset? Outright?
Upset. They got to make it. That's another broken record. They got to make a statement.
Yeah, but
get on the map again this year. You get yourself on the map this year. You're going to start getting the recruits, and you're going to see a shift in power in the next couple of years, where recruits are going to start going to these schools again.
Kenny, you want $100? Manny can ask Melissa for $300,000. For me, I'll get the 100. You get the 100. Manny gets the 100. We just make $300. What do you think? Can you imagine, Kenny? What's your text going to be if it's 13-10 Citadel with 4 minutes left in the third quarter? You're going to be texting me all game.
45-13.
Listen, that score after 1 is going to be. After quarter, it's going to be 27-0. Half, 45-3. After 3, 62-10. Coasting. All right, so I'm going. Listen, I'm high on.
One more game for you. Bonus game.
Go ahead.
NC State, Wake Forest. NC State home 2.5, laying against Wake Forest.
Wake Forest lost already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Wake
They
Forest.
lost to Clemson last week, but
They lost, but they played well. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. They impressed me. I'm going to take. They're on the road though.
But there's no fans.
True. I'm going to take Wake
It's
Forest.
not far because Wake Forest is in Carolina.
I'm going to take Wake Forest.
It's not a far game.
What are you doing?
I'm going to take Wake Forest in an upset. So NC State's first game, I think. They're 0-0.
Yes, they're 0-0.
And a couple more short ones I got for you. About Appalachian State against Marshall.
You know what? They did not look impressive last week.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna go Marshall.
I'm with you.
I'm gonna take Marshall.
And then how about you're high on this team. UNC at home against UNC Charlotte playing 29.
29?
That's what it was at the beginning of the week.
Give it.
Give it, right?
Yep. I like them. I like them a lot. I
agree.
You know what? Because think about it. How bad did they look? And then boom, they scored quickly. You know, like they got that quick strike offense.
Got that first game. You got the first game out of your.
Yeah.
Now it's time to put it up or shut up.
Love it.
You want to shift to NFL?
Yeah, let's shift to some NFL. Tonight. Well, let's start right out of the gate with tonight. I know you're going Bengals.
Yeah, you got the baby Bengals. Nice little rookie quarterback. They should have won that game.
They should have won that game.
They got robbed.
I don't know about robbed.
Robbed's the wrong word to use, but they were in that game. I think what I saw last week from the Ravens playing the Browns was a Browns team that is not disciplined. A lot of egos. And what you're going to have tonight is a Bengals team that's going to play hard and a Bengals team that may get the outright upset, but they will cover the 6 points.
You know what? Here's the only thing. But they're playing for their lives tonight, Kenny. They're playing for – they really are. I read today it said 3 more games, okay? 3 more. If Baker has 3 more games like he had last week, they're pulling them.
Yeah.
Manny's saying Cowboys got robbed. Do you think the Cowboys got robbed?
It's hard to say. I mean, there was a little contact. I think if it wasn't Jalen Ramsey or a high-profile corner,
agree with you.
That wouldn't have gotten called.
Agree.
But he sold it, and
it was Gallup, right? It was Gallup. It wasn't Cooper. Gallup. It was Gallup. Right. I agree.
So yeah, I mean, I think it was a ticky-tack call.
So you're gonna go Cincy. I'm gonna go Cleveland. Cleveland's gonna win. I mean, the 6. I don't know. I don't like the 6, but that money line, they're gonna win. Cleveland is definitely gonna win.
I watched that whole game last week. Ravens and Browns. Browns. I don't like them.
Yeah, but they're playing for their lives, man.
I don't care. I don't like them.
But you know what though?
We'll find out tonight. We'll find out tonight.
But I'll tell you this, Kenny. Manny's saying Bengals by 10. He's high on the Joe Burrow era. You know what? I'm
high on that Bengals offense.
Yeah, they got a nice little offense, Kenny.
Yeah,
they got a nice little
Manny,
offense.
I'm with you, Manny, on the Bengals. I mean, the Browns to me looked like the worst team in football last week. You're going to change that in a short week? In a short week, you're going to change that? I don't think so.
Desperate teams and a team like that, where again, I just
think it's a short week.
That place, Kenny. Listen, they will be in that area on the radio. They will get ripped if they lose this game tonight.
Look here, if you tell me that the dog pound is there and the fans are there, and Burrow his first road game against that atmosphere, I'm all over the Browns. But there's nobody in that stadium. All right, listen, watch this game tonight.
Okay, all right.
Bengals.
And Manny's calling it. A lot of talent in Cleveland that don't play together. So, Sherry's saying, guys, if you're interested in doing a live show here in Florida, I can talk to the owner of the club, and you can stay all you need to specialize to show you and Buccaneers. We could talk. Oh, I could definitely talk Buccaneers. I don't know if it'll be good talk Buccaneers, but I'll talk.
Yeah,
Buccaneers.
we can do South Florida.
You guys Kenny, you might have to put tape on my mouth for that because you know where I'll be going with that one.
Tom Brady, yeah.
All right, here we go. You know what?
Sherry, definitely. I'll talk to Kurt and Jen when they have their break. We'll see if we can come down for when they have their school break. We'll set it up.
All right, let's get right to Manny. The next game on the docket. Let's get right to Manny's Cowboys -4.5 at home against Atlanta. Again, I think Dallas must win. I think they will win. 4.5. I'm still gonna roll with them because I think, I'm just not impressed. I saw Russell Wilson just absolutely go up and down the field with Atlanta's defense, just like you said. Dan Quinn. I don't know, man.
Well, here's a good one, too. Sherry also said order Rays, and Rays are a hot team this year.
They are.
But yeah, we could definitely
you know who's a big Rays fan, right, Kenny?
Yeah.
Dick Vitale. Dickie Vitale. Blackjack saying road trip.
Road trip.
So what do you think, Kenny? Who you got?
I'm not a Dan Quinn guy. We'll get into the fantasy later. I do like Matt Ryan, but it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I see this game being 35-24, 27-ish. Cowboys bounce back.
See, here's what scares me now. Manny made a great point. If their secondary don't show up, it can be a toss-up. And that's what I'm afraid of, a 10-point lead. And now Matt Ryan down that field. See, that's why I think Dallas wins. I'm very confident that they win.
A lot. 4.5 is tough.
The 4.5 is tough, but I'm going to go with them because I think they're the better team. But I could definitely see a scenario where they're up 10 and then Atlanta scores late. So you're going Dallas with me?
I'm on board with Dallas.
Okay. Let's try to pick up a little speed with these games. We got Buffalo at Miami, 6 points. Go ahead.
Buffalo looked good. I mean, you play your schedule, right? The Jets don't look like a powerful team. The Dolphins don't look like a powerful team. I think Buffalo's going to get overrated by these first 2 weeks, but I think they're playing two of the worst teams in the NFL first 2 weeks. I'm going to lay the points with Buffalo.
Okay, I'm gonna shock you and go the other way. I think Buffalo wins.
I am shocked.
But I think Miami, again, 6 points with Miami. I do like that coach, man. I like him. I think he'll get his team up. Fitzpatrick's a guy that's always like, when you think, okay, they're going to get blown out, he'll come up with a game. I think they got a little weapons. I don't know. Listen, Buffalo's the better team. But again, 6 points scares me. So I'm going to take Miami. And I know that surprises you. Okay. Carolina at Tampa Bay, 8.5. Listen, a lot of points right out of the gate. A lot of points.
Tampa's gonna. Good. You want to take this one first?
Yeah, I'll take it. Listen, I like the over. I could tell you that. I would like the over in this because 47.5. I mean, Carolina, I think will put up at least 20. Can they get to 30, Tampa Bay? 8.5's a lot, but I'm going to go bounce back. Brady bounces back, Tampa Bay.
See, now there's a lot of question marks in Tampa Bay this week. A lot of injuries. Godwin's in concussion protocol. Evans is fighting.
But Carolina's defense is not good.
No, I'm gonna say 9, 8.5, 9 could be a little too high, but I see Brady bouncing back too for a double-digit win.
Okay, but I don't like it that much. I'm going to be honest.
And by the way, Jim, Sherry's comment, and Jim might get jealous on this one. Jim, or a guy on Wednesday who's a big Yankee fan, and for an ad in my hubby has the account for the Yankees, so may be able to work someone out.
Ooh,
something out. And Jim would be jealous on that one.
Jim would be flying down. All right, my next game on the docket, my Broncos getting 7.5 against Pittsburgh. I'm going to make this short, and I'm going to make this sweet, okay? And I said this last night on the show to all our guys. This is the hardest game the Broncos are going to have to play this year. Thankfully, luckily, there's not going to be fans. I'm going to take Denver plus the 7.5. But it's going to be very hard for them to win this game. I'm going to be real. I'm not going to say I'm going to be shocked, but I would be super stoked if they came back and beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. Cortland Sutton's back. KJ Hamler's back. They lose Boye. They lost Phillip Lindsay. 7.5, I'll take it because that Denver defense is good, though, man. It's still good. 7.5's a lot of points. But, listen, I'm hopeful, and I'll be watching that game right here at 1 o'clock. But I'm going to take Denver at the 7.5. What are you going to do, Kenny?
I'm with you. I think it's going to be close. I'd be shocked if Denver won, but I can see Ben Roethlisberger making that mistake and, having a couple interceptions in this game. And Connor's not healthy.
If he's going to play. I don't even know if he's going to play.
Now Denver's defense knows that they're going to have to focus on Snell. Snell caught them Giants by surprise last week because when Connor left, he had 6 carries for 9 yards. Okay, Snell came in, different pace of back, tore the Giants' defense up. Now the Broncos can prepare for that. This game's going to be a lot closer than you think.
I agree.
I'll take the Broncos.
Okay.
And yes, Sherry's saying how they worked out Lou Pinella's windshield a couple times. I was telling you guys that.
Yes, you did.
Lou Pinella saw pictures that time I told you off the air.
Big Lou.
Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou. All right. I'll say this one quick. Green Bay looked phenomenal. I don't know if they're phenomenal or Minnesota's defense is that bad, but Aaron Rodgers is pissed, man. Sherry's asking me if my favorite color is orange. Orange or blue? Orange or blue? One of the two. I'm going to take Green Bay. I think, listen, Rodgers is on a roll. Rodgers is pissed off. I'm going Aaron Rodgers. What are you going?
Aaron Rodgers, big. I think double did. This is one of the easiest games. I think the Lions had the heart taken from them last week. That was a game the Lions had won.
Yep.
Not like the Bengals. The Lions had the game won, and the guy dropped the ball in the end zone. Swift, the running back. And
I agree with you.
Aaron Rodgers now at home.
It's tough to bounce back. I agree with you. It's tough to bounce back.
Well, for that kind of loss, that's really tough to bounce back.
All right. Jacksonville getting 7.5 versus Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee. I think they're going to run it right down Jacksonville's throats. Jacksonville already won their Super Bowl with an opening weekend game. I'm taking Tennessee minus 7.5.
I couldn't disagree with you more on this one. The line has dropped like 3 points since the beginning of the week. Tennessee did not look good against Denver. Denver handed them that victory. Mm-hmm. Their kicking game is a mess. Okay? All you got to do, A.J. Brown is questionable. He's fighting an injury. All you got to do is let Tannehill beat you. I am loading the box to try and stop Henry. I am all over that 7.5. I'm not, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville goes 2-0.
Wow. Listen, if they go 2-0, that's definitely screwing up the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. So they better watch what the hell's going on if they're going to start doing
Jets
that.
And the Browns are going to be fighting for him.
Wow. They better start doing that. All right, game I love this week. You're going to laugh at me. Okay? You're going to laugh.
Jerry said Jacksonville's going to swallow.
I love the Philadelphia Eagles this week against the Rams. I think I love it. Miles Sanders, my boy Miles Sanders is back. I am huge on Philly. I think they get right. I totally disagree with Beelan where he's saying that the Rams are a top defense. No way. Unless he's looking 2 years ago and he sees Wade Phillips running that defense, absolutely not. I think Philly's going to put up at least 27 points this week, and I think Philly's going to win by 10 to 14 points. I love Philly.
I agree with you again. I think this is one of the most overrated teams in football, the Eagles. Carson Wentz got swallowed by the Washington's defensive line, and now they got the Rams' defensive line coming. Aaron Donald's going to be feasting on Carson Wentz this week. Okay, Carson Wentz is going to be running for his life again.
Man, he's saying go Rams.
The Rams, in my opinion, are better than Washington all around.
But again, you get your running back. Miles Sanders is big to that team. Okay, big.
I'm on the Rams. They showed me a lot.
Wait, our boy Will's coming on in a couple of minutes. but he's impressive. He's going to be fired up because his Bills are 1-0. Said that Yankee hat is too tight with that pick, and you must be breathing in that mile-high air with your pick. Oh, he's coming after both of us.
Which pick is he talking about?
I don't know what pick. I think he's probably talking about your Jacksonville and my Philly. But
I did pick Buffalo, so I know he's not talking about Buffalo.
Well, I took Buffalo to win. I just said I'd like Miami to cover, so I'm not going against Buffalo. Buffalo was very impressive
I took Buffalo, Will.
And I'll tell you this, Kenny, I'll make the statement right now. If I had to, gun to my head, and I had to pay one quarterback, I'm paying Josh Allen before I'm paying Dak Prescott. Agree or disagree with me?
Who was the quarterback before?
If I had to pick and give one of these guys $30 million, Josh Allen or Dak Prescott, I am easily taking Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Yes, my cousin's son, my cousin got beat up at 9 years old in Philly at a game.
That's
terrible.
Yeah.
Fans are terrible.
But you know what? That's another thing too, Kenny. Like you're saying, it does help when you're in there. It's a different atmosphere. No fans now. So, that helps a little bit. You want me to continue on NFL? You want to get the fantasy?
Yeah, let's breeze through these real quick so we can get into fantasy.
All right, let's breeze them. Minnesota's getting 3 at Indianapolis. There's no way. Minnesota disappointed. I picked them to win that division, and that's how they respond. They can't stop Green Bay once. The Colts, and they were a disappointment too, but I'll take the Colts. There's no way. I have no trust in Minnesota.
I'm taking the Vikings because they're getting points, 1, and 2. Who was the bigger disappointment, in my opinion?
Man, he's saying good stuff, guys. He's got to get ready for his show. We'll tune in. I'll chime in on your show at some point tonight.
Will. Thanks for chiming in. I'll see you in a few.
And Dale saying hello, Kurt. So our boy Dale's here.
For those who don't know, Will does a show on I-95 Network and Facebook Live, right, Kurt?
Yes, 7:30. Viva Los
Bills. It's
best Bills talk around. If you're a Bills fan, check it out. They talk a lot, all football.
And, it's good stuff. Real quick, I think the Vikings played the tougher team, so I'm going to take the Vikings.
Yeah, but Kenny, tougher team, but they just look pathetic. Pathetic.
How pathetic were the Colts, though? Jacksonville, 19 for 20, Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, but on the road, I don't know, man. Listen,
I don't know.
You know what?
We'll
see, but I don't know. I don't like it. Here, something you're going to like.
Dale Panulo's checking in, saying hello, Kurt.
Yeah, he's taking the Colts.
And Colts.
Your Giant. I'll make this one another one small. Your Giants getting 5.5 versus the Bears. I like your Giants. Your Giants were right in that game last week.
If they didn't throw that interception on that 19-play drive, that's a fourth-quarter game.
You know what? And that's what makes me. Sherry saying good night, all. My hubby has been really sick. I love you all. Sherry, have a good night, Sherry.
I'll be in touch during the week. Hope all's well. I'm working this weekend, but maybe next week we'll catch up.
Thank you for joining us, Sherry. I'm going Giants. You're going Giants?
Yeah, if the Giants lose this week, they're going to be 0-5, so this is a must-win for them.
Okay, let's bounce to the other New York local team. The Jets at home against San Fran, and angry San Fran.
Angry San Fran. Traveling across country? No. It's not going to matter.
No.
This is going to be ugly.
Yeah, I'm going
This
San Fran.
This is the NFL version of Clemson versus Citadel.
Yeah. yeah. Listen.
No Le'Veon Bell. You got Frank Gore running the rock at what, 30? How old is he? 36, 37 years old?
Kenny, we should have all, listen, $100,000. If we all just start chipping in, Kenny, and we just keep throwing that money in the pot. It's stealing money, though. Stealing money. $100,000 to win 100. Come on. Throw $1 million down. You get yourself 1,000. Now, think about if you had 10 mil, you get yourself 10,000. Right? What the guy Cohen just gonna he's buying the Jets, right? He spent what, $30 billion? What did he spend? $3 billion? How much did he spend on the Jets? Just put the money on it, you start getting it back. Start getting it back. How are you gonna lose?
That's when the Sopranos go to him. Remember the Sopranos? The Sopranos go to Dabo Sweeney. He goes, you're going to throw this game today, right?
Yeah. Listen, They if they threw that game, if they walked down the field with 7 guys, they're gonna beat them by 3 touchdowns. Come on. How much money could they be giving the Citadel? That's the scary part. How much money could they be giving them?
I know.
If you came to me and said, Coach Valenti, hey, we got $2 million for the program, I'm gonna say to you, Athletic Director Kirkpatrick, I'm getting for the beating I'm gonna take. I want every penny that you're not giving that money to basketball. That money's coming to my program because I'm going to be the one that's going to be in the training room with these guys all weekend. Yep. I'm the one that's going to be getting woodshedded. So that money's coming to me. All right, couple more games.
Let's do these real quick.
Washington at Arizona, 6.5. Arizona.
Arizona looked really good. Or San Fran looked really bad. Washington, it's tough. If they were playing home again or closer to home, I'd be all over Washington. But I think Washington traveling across country, give me the Cardinals.
Yep, me too. All right, Baltimore -7. Listen, they're the real deal. And you know what? I know Houston's at home, but I did not like what I saw Houston on defense. I cannot trust Bill O'Brien with anything. I'm taking Baltimore -7.
I agree, 100%. Baltimore's the real deal. They're going to be right there with Chiefs to the end this year again.
Okay, here's the game where everyone's going to go and wow, Dale's picking Washington in an upset. Here's the game where everyone's going to go, oh, it's the Chargers and it's 7 and it's 8.5 points. And this game might come out and it might be 7-0 out of the gate Chargers. And everyone's saying, I got 8.5. And you know what the problem's going to be, Kenny? Is that game's going to get to where the Chiefs are up 7, and now the Chiefs get up to 14, and you got to put your money on Tyrod Taylor. Not me. 8.5. Send it in. 8.5.
I agree.
Can't. If you had Phillip Rivers there, I'm not doing that with Tyrod Taylor. No way. Best game of the week. New England at Seattle. Seattle's -4. Who do you like?
I'll take this one real quick. I'm going Patriots getting 4. Because I just feel Belichick, I think he's going to have some kind of scheme for Russell Wilson. I don't think they're going to win. I think the Seahawks win by like a field goal or even less. But I could just see the Patriots being in that. I don't see a 4-point victory by the Seahawks.
I know. I know. See, the thing with Seahawks, they lose a lot. I mean, they win a lot of. Dale's picking the Chiefs 42-17. It could be like that.
Yeah,
it could. They don't lose. They don't lose a lot of games. They don't win a lot of games big. But I don't know. If this game was in New England, I would pick New England. But I'm going to go with Seattle. Russell Wilson is legitly, man. He's the stud.
He's good, but they did play the Falcons defense.
I know.
Now they're playing the Patriots defense. A little better. A little different ball game here. You don't have to worry about the 12th man in Seattle now.
No, true. And my last one is I'll start it. Outright upset. Listen. The Saints are my Super Bowl team to win the Super Bowl. Hands down. I'm not getting off of it. I think the Saints have been the best team in football the last 2 years and have choked. I think this year they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's my team. That's my prediction. I'm not getting off that. But you know what? They're going to Vegas. I know there's not fans, but stadium, Vegas fired up. Vegas getting 5.5. I don't even just love the 5.5, Kenny. I think they're going to beat the Saints Monday night.
I don't know if they're going to beat the Saints, but I'm taking that 5.5. No Michael Thomas is huge.
Right, no Michael Thomas, yes.
Give me a couple weeks of, got to give me at least one full week with Sanders and Traquan in a game, Traquan Smith, and without Michael Thomas for that whole game before I can say I'm going to take the Saints. So okay. I will lay the 5.5.
Okay.
I will take the 5.5, I should say, with the Raiders.
All right. All right, let's get to some fantasy.
Do we have to take a 2-minute break, or are we good?
I think we're good.
Okay. I thought we had to take a 2-minute break at 7:30.
No, we're rolling. We're rolling for now. I'll just message our guy, make sure we're okay. And Let's
Yeah,
see.
I'm gonna bring in Travis if we're gonna switch over to fantasy.
Yeah, let's do a little fantasy. We got our guy Travis coming on.
Yep, bringing him in right now.
Okay. There he is.
How's it going?
There he is. What's
Well,
going on, my
guys.
friend?
Good week 1 football.
Travis.
Not for me. Not for my fantasy team.
Travis, by the way, we don't talk after this session. We don't talk now until Monday night since I'm playing you this week, all right? You're the enemy this week, pal.
It's gonna be a good game. Good matchup.
I hope
That was
so.
a close game Monday night.
You know what,
against
Travis?
Tennessee.
You know what? It was a disappointing loss because you had a second-year coach, and you can't go and not use your timeouts and give your young offense 17 seconds to get 40 yards when you could have had at least 50 seconds to a minute with a great field goal kicker at home to get 30 yards and kick the field goal. It's just I don't want to get it's insane, but I'm looking forward
Especially
to
at
this
that
game.
stadium where I believe the record was set for longest
Elam.
field goal.
Yeah.
The altitude up there. The ball just travels a little bit farther. So
Yep. So Kenny, let's do this. We got a half hour.
We'll go right into game time.
Let's go.
What do you like tonight, Travis? You like the Bengals having a shot?
do the Bengals have a shot? I think they do, to be honest with you. And the reason being is because, it's a Cincinnati AFC North old-fashioned rivalry. I think it's going to be a shootout, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think
I watched that Browns team last week. They're not good.
No, not at all. They just a lot of star power that just doesn't have camaraderie. Reminds me of another team in the NFC South, but we'll get to that later.
Okay, perfect.
We start with some
Fantasy
performances.
Let's do it.
Like who was?
Let's do it. So let's
start with Travis, I guess. Who surprised you the most, like with their performance last week, fantasy wise?
Good or bad?
Who was it?
Good or bad surprise?
Good surprise.
Good surprise. First things first is Russell Wilson. I want to say Russell Wilson, just him airing the ball out. Wow. I was in shock. Another good surprise. I'm going big names here was DeAndre Hopkins.
Yes.
There's a thing about receivers going into new systems with new teams, and they just struggle. Odell, perfect example is Odell Beckham. Stephon Diggs, he didn't have the best game with his new team. But the thing about Nuke Hopkins, he's kind of matchup proof, and the reason being he's a top 3 route runner in the league. Him, Devontae Adams, and Michael Thomas, top 3, and his hands are impeccable, and he's got the speed for it. I mean, he is what you want in a wide receiver, and him and Kyle Murray are just gelling. They're going to put up big numbers this year.
I tell you, mine was Kyler Murray. I mean, I have him in one of my leagues, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to have to go through living him against the San Francisco defense. And like Travis said, I mean, that guy he had 100 yards. I mean, he had 100. They took yards away because of like the sliding, but he had like 96 yards rushing. I mean, that's insane. Like, he's like a little Lamar Jackson fantasy-wise.
I've heard it on the radio. Yep, I agree.
And he might be a better passer than him. They might have better, Lamar Jackson doesn't have Hopkins. I mean,
no.
I'm very happy that I got him as my quarterback in that league. Very happy. What about you, Kenny? Who surprised you?
I got 2 for you. The first one's a big name, Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
yeah.
Like we were talking about how bad Minnesota's defense was, but fantasy numbers, Rodgers put them up. Adams 2 touchdowns. I think Scantling got a touchdown, so he put up big numbers. Something to be excited about there for Aaron Rodgers owners. And then a little deeper name that I'm going to throw out there, tight end, and he's on my team, and he might jump into my starting lineup. Dallas Goedert, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, I agree.
And I think Ertz is having problems there with management. I could see Wentz loves Goddard. I think you might have been saying that a couple weeks ago, Travis. Somebody said it.
I was saying that Nick Foles loved Ertz and Wentz loved Goddard. You hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah, and I'm excited because he's on my team in our K&K league, and I think I might be offering some other guys trade bait. I got Kittle. Kittle might be on trade bait.
I think that's smart.
That's how high I am on Dallas Goedert. Quick disappointment. Who's your biggest disappointment of the week?
Biggest disappointment. Who was I going to say? I was going to throw in another name. The big surprise was Darius Slayton. Good surprise was Darius Slayton. But the biggest disappointment, Michael Thomas, by far. Michael Thomas.
Was he injured? Was he injured? Was he injured or?
Yes, he got a high ankle sprain. His running back, I believe Murray, rolled on his ankle, and he'll be out a couple weeks.
You know what? You know what my disappointment was? I'll be honest with you. Is when Kenny, what did you text me on? I believe it was Saturday. You said, I don't want to tell you, but I did it already. But you said to me, hey, I'm going to help you out. Pick up this guy because your boy's hurt already. Who was it?
Boston Scott.
I mean, right out of the gate, Miles Sanders is hurt. I mean, come on. That's his problem, man. He's supposed to play this week, so we'll see.
He's playing.
He's playing. So, and I'm going to have him as my sleeper this week. I'm going to be honest. I think he's going to burst out versus the Rams, but that's a disappointment where you don't even suit up on week one. That's a little disappointing for me.
That is. That's a little concerning. I mean, mine's the obvious, Saquon Barkley. I mean, but we all knew. I didn't think he'd have 2 yards rushing. I thought he'd have maybe 50 yards rushing, 60 yards rushing, a touchdown. I thought he would get double-digit, mid 15 to 20 points, not in the 5 to 6 point range. So, obvious one for me, Saquon Barkley. I'm counting on a big bounce back from him.
He will.
It can't get much worse, but Pittsburgh's defense is legit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one thing you don't do is run on Pittsburgh, and big disappointment that's going to be this week. Sorry, Coach Kurt, but Melvin Gordon.
Hey, you know what? I'm just
can't run on Pittsburgh.
No, listen, Pittsburgh's legit, man. That defense. I mean, there were some plays where Daniel Jones. It was like seriously, it was like watching high school football where the quarterback took a snap and those guys were in the backfield. I mean,
they blew a couple coverages. I was disappointed
good.
with Nick Fitzpatrick.
They're good. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're legit. What do you want to get to our top fives, Kenny?
We still got 20 minutes. Yeah, let's do some top fives, and then if we got time, we'll do waiver wire pickups.
Okay.
Oh, I love waiver wire pickups. I'm all ready for waiver wire.
All right, so let's do. Who do you guys got as your Kenny? Give me your top five for the week at quarterback.
Quarterback, my top five is going to be in order: Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Dak Prescott.
All right, I got mine. I'm going Tom Brady 1, Rodgers 2, Prescott 3, Mahomes 4, Matt Ryan 5. Travis, what do you got?
Well, I got Lamar Jackson 1 because of the matchup against Houston. And then you got to go Mahomes 2. I think the Chargers are a little tougher, but then again, I think Travis Kelce has a good matchup. He's going to have a big target. My number 3 guy is I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers against Detroit. He's a Detroit shredder. So I'm going him number 3. Number 4 quarterback, I'm going to throw a big surprise for you, is Cam Newton against Seattle. I think that game's going to be a little bit higher scoring, and I think Cam Newton's going to have a huge game. And number 5, I'm a little torn on this, but I'm going, like I said, it's going to be a big game. I have 3 players in mind, but I'm going to go Russell Wilson. I'm going to stay the same game. I think that's going to be a little bit on higher scoring.
Okay.
Russell Wilson has a rushing touchdown, so that's what's going to save his day.
Okay.
Two touchdowns in the air and 1 rushing touchdown, and he's going to throw for 300 yards.
Travis, do you have a surprise for the week?
I got a sleeper and a bust quarterback.
Surprise. The matchup on paper doesn't look good. I'm a huge fan of Matt Ryan this week because I think Dallas is a little banged up on the defensive side of the ball. And I think him and I think Hayden Hurst, Hayden Hurst is going to have a big game because they're in the interior, in the middle of the defense. They're pretty banged up. So watch Matt Ryan throw up some big numbers.
Okay, Kenny, what do you got?
My sleeper quarterback, and it's going to be because they're going to be trailing the whole game. It's Tyrod Taylor.
Okay.
They're going to have to put up points somewhere, right? Watch out for Austin Eckler this week, Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry. I could see easily Tyrod Taylor throwing for 250 to 270 with 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Against Kansas City, yep.
My sleeper, and it's a guy I don't like. I'm not a big fan of him, but I think the matchup, and I think, again, just the pissed offness of getting beat last week, and I think the Jets are going to have so many problems stopping the running game from San Fran. I think play action and Shanahan with Garoppolo, I think he's going to hit a couple of big plays over the top, and I just think Shanahan's going to pull you know what? Screw you guys last week. We're going to put up 40 this week. So I'm going to go Garoppolo. I know he's ranked low, but I'm going to pick Garoppolo as my sleeper. What do you guys have as a bust?
You want me to go first?
Sure.
I got Drew Brees. Simple, no Michael Thomas.
Okay. Travis?
I like it. I like it a lot. And you know what? I'm going to surprise people here. I'm going to go Kyle Murray. I think Ron Rivera.
I could see that.
Ron Rivera coaching up that defense. I don't know the defense coordinator there, but I could see them being prepared and really containing him and making him.
Rio, the maniac, is down there.
Intercept is going to be the disappointment. I think he throws a couple picks.
Okay, I'm going to go Russell Wilson, and only because of the numbers. Not that he's going to do bad, but I think when people look at, what was he last week, 31 for 35 or something like that, and 4 touchdowns, I think I think Belichick's going to, again, Belichick's the best of taking away what you want to do, and I'm going to make you do something else. So whether he spies them, whether he's going to take away Russell Wilson, and either way they're going to make him run the ball. So I think against the Belichick defense, not that he's going to have a terrible game, but I don't think he's going to put up another 30 fantasy points. I'm going to take Russell Wilson. What do you guys think about that? Am I crazy to say that or no?
Not at all. Not at all. I could see it happening. I could see Chris Carson stealing the touchdowns away from Russell Wilson.
It's a possibility. Is Baker Mayfield considered a bust, or he's just trash? That's what I'm going to say. I think Baker Mayfield has a bad game tonight. I think he throws a couple picks.
Okay. Running backs, Mr. Kirkpatrick. You want to get into running backs?
I got Alvin Kamara, number 1.
Okay.
McCaffrey, 2. Henry, 3. Dalvin Cook, 4. And he's still in the top 5, but if he has a bad week this week, he'll be out of the top 5. I'm going Saquon Barkley, number 5.
Okay.
Against Chicago, I like it.
Travis?
My number 1 is going to be a little bit of a shocker. It's Derrick Henry because he tears up Jacksonville every time he plays them. It's a freight train. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm going with Kamara because I see the usage is high. Number 3, I'm going Christian McCaffrey just because he's just C-Mac. He's a utility tool. He does it all. 4, I'm going Zeke. And number 5, here's another big wrench, nice wrench in the toolbox. Jordan Taylor for the Colts. Number 1 ranked offensive line going against Minnesota where Aaron Jones kind of torn him up a little bit. I could see him having a huge game.
Okay. I'm going to go 1, Kamara. 2, Elliott. 3, McCaffrey. 4, not that he's going to have a great game because the team's going to have a great game, but I think that the Chiefs are going to be winning by so many points. I'm going to take Eckler in just little dumps here and there. They're going to be like Dale saying, a 42-17 game, check down here, check down there, and he's just going to get points. 5, Miles Sanders. He's back. They had zero running game last week. And you know what? I'm telling you, I know if you look at the stats from last year, over the last 6 or 7 games, Miles Sanders was like a top 3 running back. I think, what's his name, puts him in great, what's the coach? I can't think of his name. Peterson puts a great game plan around him early and often. I'm going to go with Sanders. Who is your surprise, Kenny?
Going deep in this one. It's because of the situation on Monday night. Latavius Murray.
Okay.
I could see Murray getting 40 to 50 yards, but having 2 touchdowns, getting those goal line carries.
Okay. Travis?
I could just see it. Like that, to me, that's a sleeper because you got a couple running backs that are.
Oh no, it's definitely a sleeper. Of course, that's definitely a sleeper.
I'm gonna go J.K. Dobbins against Houston.
Is J.K. Dobbins the number 1 now in
Oh,
Baltimore?
he's not.
But
Ingram is number 1.
But is
I
he
think
eventually going to be the
a
number
lot
1?
on Sunday. I watched that.
he did. He scored, I believe, was it 1 touchdown or 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, 2.
But 2 touchdowns. I think he has another big performance against Houston, and I can definitely see that happening. He's legit. Don't be surprised
about him.
What's that?
Over Hilaire, he was able to get the goal line carries in the end zone.
Key word right there. Hilaire's not a goal line back. I was talking to my buddy about that. He can't get in the end zone on the 1.
No, and what I was saying to Kurt Travis, any other team I'd be nervous, but because it's the Chiefs offense, you don't need them to get the ball in from the goal line because Mahomes is just going to throw it to Kelsey or one of the receivers.
Or Hill or
so
the other guy, Hardman.
He gets a pass there, but I couldn't agree more. He's not a goal line back.
It's small. It's like 5'7".
Kenny,
they're not even 200 pounds.
Who's next? Travis, did you give me yours?
Yes, I gave him my running backs. Your turn.
Okay, receivers, Kenny.
Who's your sleeper?
Oh, my sleeper running back. Sorry, my sleeper is Chris Carson. Again, I think
like it a lot.
I think New England's gonna game plan around the passing game and Russell Wilson, and they're gonna I'm not gonna say let him run, but Belichick has shown that he will, like, if your passing game is legit, he'll let you get statistically with your run game, and I believe Carson
Thurman Thomas in that 1 Super Bowl.
Yes, Thurman Thomas, exactly. Give up 80.
You got to go bust running backs.
My bust running backs, I'm gonna go Kenyon Drake. I think Kenyon
Drake. It's tough to run on that Washington line here.
You know, I think
I got Monday night Josh Jacobs
as a bust or
bust.
Bust. Okay.
I got Melvin Gordon. Simple as that.
You're rubbing it in, man. Rubbing it in. All right.
Want to get to the receivers?
Get the receivers, Kenny. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Devontae Adams, number 1. Tyreek Hill, 2. DeAndre Hopkins, 3. 4, and I watched him on Sunday. He's a beast. Hollywood Brown. And 5 is Julio Jones.
I got Devontae Adams 1. I think he's right now unanimous number 1. Here's a surprise for you. Allen Robinson going up against that Giants secondary. I got him he's ticked off, like really ticked off. I say he scores a couple touchdowns. Number 3, like I said, he's matchup proof, is Nuke Hopkins. I have him number 3. Number 4, I'm gonna have. Let me get Mike Evans.
Okay.
Mike Evans. I think. What's his name? Godwin's hurt, so I think he's gonna. What do you call?
Well, is he hurt because he's questionable?
He's questionable, but if Godwin doesn't play, I got Evans at number 4. If not, I'm just gonna stick Julio in there.
Okay.
And then I got what's his face, Julio's partner in crime, Calvin Ridley. Like I said, I think Matt Ryan's gonna have a huge game against Dallas.
Fair. All right, my 5 now. I'm gonna say this a little with a little precaution. My number 1 is Chris Godwin. I know he's questionable, but I just think Brady is gonna light up the Carolina defense. If he's out, I'm gonna automatically move up Mike Evans. Okay? But if Godwin plays, it's him. But if he's out, Mike Evans goes 1. Number 2, I agree with Kenny. Tyreek Hill. Number 3, I'm going to go Adam Thielen. Number 4, Julio Jones. Number 5, Devontae Adams. Those are my 5. I love whoever, if it's Godwin or Evans, I just think, and Brady's pissed, and I think they're going to Carolina couldn't stop the Raiders at all last week. I think Brady's going to light them up this week.
Yep.
Okay, sleeper, Kenny.
Keenan Allen. Chargers are going to be trailing the whole game. They're going to have to put up points. There's going to be a lot of fantasy points.
That's why I like Eckler.
Chargers. Eckler, Hunter Henry, Keenan Allen. Give me Keenan Allen as a sleeper.
Travis?
I got 2 deep sleepers. I got Pierre Campbell for the Colts.
Just picked them up in one of my leagues.
And I also have Scotty Miller, the receiver, the slot receiver for the Bucks. Especially if Godwin's out.
Yes.
Watch him lead the team in targets and receptions.
Good call. Good call. I'm going to go tonight. I mean, he's not a deep sleeper, but, I mean, if he's ranked, I'm saying they're ranking him at 23rd. I think a top 5 wide receiver performance this week is from Odell Beckham Jr. tonight. Because I think Baker for the first, I mean, Baker's been criticized, but I really think there's actually talk today, Travis. I saw it on Twitter. They're saying 2 or 3 more games, and he's potentially they're gonna bench Baker Mayfield. I think Baker knows, hey, my guy is Odell. I'm gonna get this guy the ball. I'm going Beckham tonight as my sleeper.
My bust?
What do you got for bust?
It's going to be one of the Seahawks because you know Belichick keys on.
Pocket.
I'm going Tyler. I could be way off.
DK Metcalf.
I can't cheat and go Seattle wide receivers, so I'll pick one and say Tyrone Lockett.
Okay. That's fair.
Tyler Lockett.
That's
Tyler
fair.
Lockett. He's going to be one of those games, Kurt, 2 receptions for 20 yards.
Kenny, I needed, I'm not joking, 2 points from him on a Monday night game, and he couldn't get it from me last year. 2.
I was with you. I had him too.
2 points. What do you got, Travis?
I got Will Fuller as just because of the matchup in Baltimore's corners. I really think they're going to shut him down and really make Deshaun Watson go through his reads, go down the second option, or if not, force the ball and try to make Will Fuller make a play, and that's where Baltimore's defense is going to just hawk all over that. So that's my biggest bust. Fuller.
Okay, my bust again, and I'm not saying he's not going to get 0 points, but I'm going Hopkins from Arizona. I think he's going to be held to 10 or less this week against Washington. 10 or less. Ron Rivera, very impressive. They got a ridiculous pass rush. I think they're going to take him away. So I'm going to say 10 points. Kenny, is that a bust if I'm going to say 10 points or less for him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going Hopkins. All right, Kenny.
Who's Dallas' starting corner? Who's their number 1 corner?
Dallas?
Yeah.
Not 100% sure.
Going up against Atlanta. Don't forget, Julio Jones is good for 2 goose eggs per year. So keep that in mind.
Okay. All right, Kenny, real quick, we got like 5 minutes because we got to get off. Our guy Ricky is waiting to get on. So
we'll do tight ends real quick.
Let's do tight ends real quick.
Rudy's real quick. I got Kelsey number 1, Kittle with an asterisk. If he plays, number 2. If he doesn't, I move all these guys up 1 spot. Andrews 3. Watch out for Jared Cook on Monday night. And Dallas Goedert, my guy, number 5. I'll give you my sleeper as well. If Kittle doesn't play, Jordan Reed's a sleeper. And if Kittle does play, I'm going O.J. Howard as my sleeper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it a lot. My number 1 is Mark Andrews. I think he finishes the year as number 1 overall, by the way. Andrews 1. I got Kelsey 2. I don't think Kittle plays, so I'm leaving him out. Number 3 is going to be Waller. I really like Waller. Number 4, I'm going Hawkinson because Galladay's out, I believe. So I'm going him number 4. And then number 5, I'm going Hurst for Atlanta. I think he really has a big performance. My sleeper
Good one.
is going to be Noah Fant. There you go, Coach Kurt.
There you go,
Noah
baby.
Fant sleeper.
Okay, I'm going to go. This one to me really is, it's kind of, again, every week it's like you got your big guns. I'm going to go Kelsey Andrews. 3, I'm going to go a little different than you guys. I'm going to go Hunter Henry, just for the reason, though, Kenny was saying, someone's got to catch balls. So,
Kansas City, yep.
you know, versus Kansas City, they're going to be down. So I'm going to go Hunter Henry. 4, I agree with Travis. I like Waller against New Orleans. 5, I'm going to go... you know what? I'm going to bounce back. I know Kenny's big with Goddard. I'm going to go Ertz. I'm still going to go Ertz. I'm big on Philly this week. I love Philly this week. My sleeper this week is going to be, I'm going my boy Gesicki from Miami. That's my sleeper.
My bust of the week is going to be Evan Ingram. I am disappointed in him. So that's my bust.
You know what? I was going to go there. I was going to go with him too, but I'm going to go Noah Fant this week because you got Hamler, Judy, and Sutton. Hopefully he's playing. So I'm going to go Noah Fant. I think he's not going to be high on that priority for lock this week.
Bust for me, Gronk. Again. Week 2 bust. Gronk doesn't look the same.
O.J. Howard's taking over down there.
I say he's a surprise. O.J. Howard, yep.
All right, Kenny, we literally have like...
Just real quick, Kurt, I got the 49ers number 1, Steelers number 2, Bears 3, Bills 4, Ravens 5. My sleeper defense is going to be the Packers. My bust is going to be the Cowboys.
All right. I'll just do my sleeper and bust. My sleeper is my boys. You know, that defense, listen, 3.7 yards to Travis Henry. You ain't running on Denver's defense, Travis, this week. So I don't care if Connor's there, Franco Harris is there, Le'Veon Bell's there. You're not running on our defense, so I could tell you that right now. Jerome Bettis. I don't care. I'll tell you right out of the gate. You're not going to run on this defense.
I like it. I know.
I'm going to take them as a sleeper. My bust defense is... the Bears. I think the Giants are going to put up points. Listen, if the Lions should have won that game. I'm still a little higher than people are on the Giants. So I'm going to go with the Bears defense as my bust.
I like it a lot. Like I said, I'm going to go your route here. My defense, my favorite defense this week, I'm going to go Buffalo against Miami. I think Buffalo shines. Them and San Francisco, top 2. Pittsburgh 3. But then again, bust. Let's see here. Actually, let me go sleeper first. Let me go LA Rams against Philly's offensive line. They looked horrible last week. And then bust, I'm going. Let me go Tampa Bay. I think Carolina actually could score some points.
Okay, Kenny.
I gave you my bust. Cowboys and sleeper were Packers.
Okay.
Detroit never plays good in Green Bay.
All right.
And I think that team's demoralized from last week.
Kenny, anything else before we get off?
Thanks, Travis, for joining us.
Thanks, Kenny. Coach Kurt.
A lot of sports wagering to be played.
Absolutely,
tonight.
Kenny. What we'll do is, since we got to go, we'll put up tomorrow. We'll put up our parlay that we're gonna do. All right. Me and you will talk about it tomorrow, and we'll get it up on the website. How's that?
Yes, and then tune in to
Saturday morning,
10 a.m.
Yeah, Travis. Again, I don't know what you got Saturday morning. We do some college football. You want to join us? We're doing NFL too, but we do mostly college.
College NFL on Saturday, 10 a.m. Listen to that.
Yep.
Good stuff. We got.
I'll watch the YouTube. I'll be a little busy Saturday.
He's a little busy. But
we got a new co-host joining us on Saturday, and looking forward to it.
Yes, Travis, but thank you for joining us.
All right. I think we're done, right, Kurt?
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys next Thursday. We'll see you on Saturday morning, Mr. Kirkpatrick.
See you Saturday.
Travis, thank you. Good luck Sunday, Travis.
All right, good luck, Coach Kurt.
Locked and loaded, baby. Locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded.
See you later.
All right.